looking to pass. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Burrow now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 67 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. It's complete. He finds Falk here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The LSU offense already up and at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Burrow on play action. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball secure. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Touchdown! Foster Moreau, 43 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LSU offense already up and at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Brockers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The LSU offense already up and at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow's throw complete there to Beckham. And some room to run now. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. To the air again, Burrow. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LSU offense already up and at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now Burrow on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LSU offense already up and at the line.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down. Now Burrow. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find it.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception,
the long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Michael Brockers, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The LSU offense already up and at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Burrow. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The LSU offense already up and at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow buying time to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The LSU offense already up and at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, 84 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LSU offense already up and at the line.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They go play action with Burrow. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And touchdown! Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys have once again taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They will run it. It's Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The LSU offense already up and at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LSU offense already up and at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Burrow. Rolling to his, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Burrow. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here we go with Burrow. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
A final shot now for Burrow. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.